So today we're going to be ranking every single umbrella in Fortnite from best to worst in a tier list. Now make sure to watch to the end because it's going to be quite difficult to rank these and there is a lot to get through, so we're just going to get straight into the rankings. So as you can see on screen, we've got the tier list, 5 different sections, S being the best, D being the worst. And starting off we have got the blackout, just a simple plain umbrella which I think is really clean. Just the full black is very simple and basic, but I feel like it works really nicely. And in my opinion, this is actually one of my favourite umbrellas in the entire game, just because it's so clean, even though it is very simplistic. I'm going to put it in the S tier. I know some people might disagree, but I just think it's such a clean glider and definitely one of my favourites, if not the favourite. Now next up we have got some sort of like hollow looking glider, and I think this one is really nice as well with the blue, and I'm going to put it in the A tier, another good one there. The next up we've got, I think, is a Save the World exclusive one, and with this one I'm not really a huge fan of the colours. I don't think they really match, and it probably is one of my least favourite ones on the entire list, so I'll put it in the C tier for now. And next up we've got some crazy looking umbrella. It's got the red sort of lights on each side, it's got the silver, the brown. Again, not my favourite. I'll probably should put this one in the B tier. I think it's okay, but definitely not my favourite. And next up we've got a pretty cool one in my opinion, just because it is kind of unique. So it's sort of like a rusted sort of umbrella, the colours, it's got the kind of like graffiti, and I think this one is really unique in terms of the actual shape of the glider. But in terms of the colours and comparing it with some of the other umbrellas, not my favourite. I think it's kind of average, so I'll put it in the B tier for now. Now next up we have got a really cool umbrella. Again, this one is really unique. It is the Whirlpool Glider, and the water on the umbrella does actually move when you're gliding, and I think it is a really cool umbrella. The animation, just the colours of it, everything about it, definitely one of my favourites, has to go in the S tier for me. Next up then we have got the Simplistic black and gold umbrella with the patterns on the sides, and this one again, the colours match so nicely. I mean, black and gold is such a good colour combination, and I could put it in the S tier, but I'll put it in A tier for now because it is definitely one of my favourites, but I definitely prefer the ones in S tier a little bit more. Now next up, this is like the Menace sort of looking glider. It's got the exact same colours as that outfit. It's got like the gold on the edges and a bit of gold on the top, kind of like a crown, and I think this one is okay, but again, not my favourite. I'll put it in the B tier for now. Now next up we have got the Season 5 Chapter 1 umbrella, which is obviously inspired by a beach ball. I like the colours, it stands out, and it is a good throwback to Season 5, but nostalgia aside, as an overall umbrella, it's okay. I'll put it in B tier. I could put it in A actually, but I'm going to be quite strict and I'll put it in B for now. I'm not going to spend too long going through each umbrella because there are a lot to get through and some of them are quite average. So next up we've got the black and silver umbrella with some sort of pattern, which I don't really know what that is, but in terms of the colours and everything, it looks okay. I'll probably put it in B tier for now, nothing too bad about it. Now next up we have got the Season X umbrella. Even though Season X wasn't the best season with the mechs and everything, I also think the umbrella isn't very good. It's got the dark sort of purple, the blue, the white stripes going across it, and overall, even though it is kind of cool because it represents the season with the X sort of logo, I don't think it's a very good glider in my opinion. For me, has to go in the C tier. Now next up we've got the custom umbrella, which I can't really rank because everyone's is different and there's so many customizable options for it, so I'm just going to skip that one for now and move on to the red and black sort of umbrella with the red animation coming off the edge. It's got like a red spark in the middle as well. I think this one is actually a really cool umbrella, very unique, and I like the red sort of colours, giving it that type of glow. Really like that one. Gonna put it in the A tier for now. I could even put it in S tier, but I could change it later on, but I'll put it in the A tier for now. Now next up we have got the Graffiti Glider from Chapter 1 Season 4 I believe, and this one again brings back some memories from Chapter 1 Season 4 because that was a great season. But in terms of the umbrella, the colours don't match at all. I mean, it isn't that bad, but I'll probably just put it in the B tier for now. I think it is a very average umbrella. Now next up we have got the Spiderweb umbrella, which is literally perfect because we've just got the Spider-Man skin in the battle pass at the time of recording this video, so if you have this umbrella, definitely use it with the Spider-Man skin because it matches really nicely, especially if you've got the black style as well. But in terms of this umbrella, the black and white obviously matches. The spider web is a really cool sort of unique idea to add to the top of the umbrella. I think this one is actually really good. Gonna put in the A tier. Really do like that one, and definitely one of my favorites, but not quite up there with some of the others in S tier. Now next up we have got just the basic Victory Royale umbrella that you unlock when you get your first ever win. Now this one, even though there's nothing good about it, there's also nothing bad about it in particular, but it is very basic and very simple, so I'd probably just put it in the C tier. I think it is very average, well below average, because there's just nothing really good about it, but nothing bad. Next up we have actually got one of the best ones in my opinion. This umbrella is so clean. It's kind of like the Storm King umbrella. It's got the purple and pink colors, and the pink really gives it that glow, makes it stand out. And I don't know what it is about this umbrella, but this one is just so good, and it might actually be my favorite. Has to go in S tier. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that as well, because that umbrella is just so clean and the colors stand out so much. For sure has to go in the top tier for me. Now next up we have got the Snowflake Umbrella from Chapter 1 Season 2. Again, brings back some nostalgia because, you know, that was a great season. But nostalgia aside, as an overall umbrella, it's pretty basic. It's just got the blue colours with some snowflakes on it, so I'll put it in the B tier. It's not too bad. Now next up we have got a much better Christmas umbrella in my opinion, with the snowman. It's pretty cool in my opinion because it's got the carrot as the nose in the center of the umbrella, and then just the eyes and the smile. Really cool umbrella. I like the concept, and overall the snowman one definitely has to go in A tier for me. Now on to the final 3 umbrellas of the video. So next up we have got the Chapter 1 Season 3 umbrella, which is the Chinese New Year sort of theme with the dragon. It's got the red and then a dark red and then a bit of gold on the edge. Really clean one. I could put in A tier, and I was thinking of doing that, but I'll keep it simple and I'll put in the B tier for now. Now next up we have got the palm tree umbrella. Really like this one as well. I think it was from Chapter 1 Season 8. I like the colours. It's got the dark green on the edge, and then as you go towards the centre of the umbrella, the green gets lighter. I think this one is really unique as well. I'll also put this one in the A tier. And now onto the final umbrella. I don't think I've ever even seen this one before, but based off the image, it doesn't look very good. The colours, it's got like the brown and then like the pale sort of base, and yeah, the colours just don't match in my opinion. And just to make the tier list a bit more interesting, I'm going to put it in D tier because I feel like I've got to have at least one umbrella in the bottom section. But there we have it, that's my tier list complete. As you can see, I've rearranged each section from best to worst, so you can see my official final ranking from the tier list from every single umbrella. So make sure to comment down below what umbrella is your favourite. And if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely hit that subscribe button for more of these tier lists. And also, YouTube thinks that you'll like this video next. Let's see if they're right.